to me. This could get interesting. Oh, you get money, well, how are you spending it? Is this your passion or is it about Benjamins? Is it about cash or the fact that you didn't quit? Talk to me, let's sip on some wine. Discussion about future, the past and the grind. What's an excuse when it's last on your mind? I love what you do, may I ask for your time?
Talk to me. Welcome to the Talk to Me podcast. I'm your favorite host on the East Coast, Don Worm, and as you can see, we got Tyke, Elsa, Rhea in the house tonight.
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? You know what I'm saying?
Tired.
Yeah, tired. It's a Sunday. We usually record on Thursdays, but it's a Sunday back, so I know everyone's.
We got our sleepy faces.
Exactly. It's like 7:40 something. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't got my face on either.
You got what?
I don't
got no makeup on for me today.
You ever heard that before, Tyke?
Nah.
Yeah, first time I heard that, girl was like,
"Oh, put my face on."
Put your face on.
Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck you mean?"
Oh, this is a good one. I like that.
Yeah. Thanks for asking. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing well. You know what I'm saying? I seen my my best friend and his lovely lady Elsa. You know, I visited them. You know, went to DC. You know, dropped off.
I got a visit from you since we moved out.
Nigga, I gave you that mic you got in your hand. But nah, true. Yeah, I know. I've been in the house, but I'm out the cage now. So
all right, we're gonna see.
Yeah. So all right, well, I know what you guys came here to see, and we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into it, I want to hear my man's.
What you want me to say?
Oh my god.
Oh
my god.
You're vicious.
Don't do that to him. You're like,
Hey.
he's still crying. Poor Will.
Hold up. Stop playing with that nigga, dog.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Shout out to my nigga Will. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
So August be making music, right?
Huh?
August be making music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he just dropped the album.
Yeah.
I gotta peep it because I want to see if he said something about her.
Yeah. They was saying a lot of stuff. Like I think Elsa said something about one of those songs that came out like 4 years ago that he mentioned Jada Pinkett's
business joint or whatever, right?
middle name or something like that.
With her middle
really?
name.
Yeah.
Not him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So for those who didn't see, most likely the world seen it. Like literally, like when Elsa sent it to me, I checked it out. Literally, the first hour of it being posted, it was like 1 million.
Yeah, it broke the record for Facebook watch.
I bet. I think last time I checked, it was like 16 million or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which was
Oh
good.
man, that shit.
I was watching that stuff while I was peeing. I was peeing.
I
I was peeing. I was like, oh, this is a great break. I was sat there for 10 minutes.
How long are episodes normally? Because that joint was like 12 minutes, but I was like literally invested in that joint for like all 12.
No.
Oh yeah, they're so much longer than that.
Yeah.
I swear they're like 40 minutes. I was like, this is it, but I mean,
which was bullshit because they now that I think about it, they really ain't they didn't even touch the surface if you really think about it.
Well, let's backtrack and first. Dom, go ahead and introduce the topic because I'm pretty sure everyone knows what we're talking about. But we'll have a formal introduction.
All right, true. You just produced me. But all right, so as far as the red table, as y'all know Fresh Prince, a.k.a. Will Smith, and Jada Pinkett, a.k.a. probably would have been Tupac's side piece, but we'll just say Jada Pinkett. I'm wilding. I'm sorry, Elsa. My fault. I see your face. But anyways, so I believe, we talked about it in the last podcast where August Alsina basically said,
because I didn't even believe the shit.
Yeah.
Me either.
Oh yeah, shout out to me for saying it happened. So
I'll walk that statement back because I'll apologize to you for that.
Let me get the kudos. But so yeah, in the last podcast, August Alsina basically said he had a relationship where he basically threw himself, aka fell in love, and basically was having sex with Jada Pinkett. And people were like, what the hell? He probably lying. You had mental issues, yada, yada, yada. So obviously Jada, she didn't have to, but she did. She wanted to, what did she say?
Address it.
What did she say?
Healing. Some healing needs to be done.
There needed to be some healing or something like that. So I was surprised that Will Smith was on the red table, but So they basically,
I'm glad shit was on there. Ask them questions.
They basically said that August Alsina has mental health problems, and Jada was like, I tried to help him, and it kind of led into an entanglement. I'll give you the definition if you don't know that. I got you in a few seconds. And she basically found out he was a little weird, and Will was really the one for her the whole time, and they got back together. That's basically what I got from it. But obviously, we're going to dive in a little bit more than that. So how do you guys feel about it?
I'm going to go last.
No. You all right, whatever.
I'm waiting on Taiki's commentary.
Yeah, I was waiting for Taiki to kick it off with a bang.
That's what I wanted to hear.
I'm passionate about these things.
This nigga Taiki went straight to IG with the Twitter with this shit.
No, go ahead, Taiki.
He is wildin'.
I watched that joint and I sent it to y'all and I was hot. I was a little hot.
I was like, is Will your man?
For the fact, because I know I jumped on it first and said something, but I wasn't hearing too much of like what Jada was saying. Like people were kind of just not saying anything at all. So I was like, so are y'all saying that you're okay with the statements that she was saying about it being, she learned a lot about herself at 50, however old she is, which is fine. Or like how she was saying she was healing and she's going on this journey and this up and down shit. And my mind is like, what you say when you get married, right? Through sickness and health and whatever the hell else, I get it. So, but my whole thing with her is like, you brought this man into your home and where your husband sleeps and you having a relationship with him, first of all. And it just don't make that shit, first of all, don't sit well with me. And then second of all, it's like, you're sitting here and trying to like throw out all these big words and you're saying nothing at all. Like she's trying to like cover it up by saying like, an entanglement, saying the journey that I'm on, I learned about myself. What'd you learn? That he's 21 years younger than you and that you got a husband at home? Like, that was like, it bothered the shit out of me, like the way that she was just trying to justify like the actions of it and like what's going on and shit. And then like.
So I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So what I didn't get out of that was her excuse because they were at a point where they were in some, like, Will and Jada were basically, well, Will's words were like broken up or whatever words. Right. Is that her excuse? Is that they were broken up?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, that's what I want to know because I'm like.
That's part of it. She also mentioned childhood trauma and how sometimes it leads you to want to fix yourself by fixing other people. That was another point that she made.
Yeah.
I agree with that statement too in a sense, but
I think what happened with her, obviously we don't know all. What the hell do we know? Yeah. We don't even know her. Yeah. But I think what happened was her and Will Smith was not really doing that well. Like she said, she wasn't happy. They broke up. And at the time, August Alsina was already in the picture, and she was basically feeding her ego while helping someone else that is hurt. So when they were broken up, I think, just like with anything, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say she took the easiest route, but I will say she took the low-hanging fruit. So what I mean by that is she loves, like she said, she loves, helping people get better because it makes her somewhat feel good. But like low-key, she's very, narcissistic,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I honestly think she literally, how people say hurt people. That wasn't her intentions on hurting him. You know what I'm saying? She didn't mean for it to go like that. But basically, she, another thing I seen, she had a midlife crisis at the age of 40. You know what I'm saying? So I think she was having trouble since the beginning trying to find herself. You know what I'm saying? And then I think it's a lot of shit that I like read and seen and stuff like that. But I'll bring it up later. But yeah, I think it was all self-fulfilling. And then once she somewhat found herself, she went back to what she know best was Will. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. All I know is if you can cheat, if you can break up and do this shit to Will Smith, ain't no one safe. That's like the best dude that I don't even know. Like,
I say you can't say that though.
Shit.
We don't know what Will was doing.
That was that meme I saw. What is it? Beyonce got cheated on and Will Smith got cheated on. I mean, ain't nobody safe. Don't matter how great you are. You still gonna get it.
No bullshit.
I was like, damn, man. Those rough.
That's Taiki. You mean to tell me Will ain't got hoes?
I'm sure he does, but.
Well, he said he already got back at her.
Yeah, and he said he
Yeah.
about to get back at her again.
Again.
Shit, at least Will's side pieces don't say shit.
Facts.
August coming out telling the world.
With the whole
Facts.
situation, I just would not want to ever be in that situation. I know they decided to be on the red table talk, but it's just like all of their dirty laundry is just out there, and Will looked like he was crying.
Boy,
dude, he looks so rough. He looks so rough.
It's
Poor
just
guy.
a lot, and I could imagine like Jaden and Willow, and then I was thinking 4 years ago, August was around the same age that Jaden is now, and he was on Red Table Talk during was she already doing that while he was on Red Table Talk with her mom and her daughter? Like, it's just a whole.
It's a lot of
I would
shit
never want to be in that predicament.
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh man, and it really makes me wonder because like when I was watching, I was like, Will kind of looked shocked at a lot of the shit that she's saying. Like, it almost was like he didn't know a lot of the shit.
He was learning with us.
Yes, I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh, so bad.
She's a smooth ass criminal, goddamn. I know that.
What? Someone said on Twitter, Jada Pinkett got a Red Table Talk about how to count people, counseling them on their life, and she out here doing this shit. It's like the blind leading the blind. Like,
yeah,
She needed her damn
what
self.
the fuck?
Right.
Like, I was like,
okay.
we gotta cancel this shit.
How do y'all feel about how she tried to they tried to, which is smart, but they basically made it, you know how they was basically saying like basically calling him a little kid, or just like pointing out how it's like mental health and like, oh, we were just helping him, like it's nothing that serious. But whole time, like, he loved you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She had to be somewhat affectionate with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if she was saying I love you to him.
She said what she had to say. She said what she had to say to confirm it. That was what I got out of it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, all she said they had a relationship. That's all I needed. It was a relationship.
I didn't even say that. Will had to ask her. She said entanglement. He said a relationship.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm glad he asked her though, because
yeah,
dude, like you're still you put yourself here on Red Table Talk to like expose it and like dish out everything, and still your husband's still on your own show, literally trying to pull answers from you in front of the world. I'm like, yo, that kind of paints you in a bad light, and it's so bad to where I have friends when I used to live in Spain. They were texting me, I think it was yesterday or whatever, and they're like, ¿Qué es? No entiendo nada. What is entanglement? And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I don't know how to explain this. I was like, this is just a really shitty situation. And I was like, bro, just know that she was shitty.
Hey, did y'all see like 50 Cent and Michael Blackson DM?
I was gonna ask that. Has anyone seen 50 Cent's feed on like him messaging Will Smith? Were those messages real?
Nah, ain't no.
No, because I don't know who, like, if it's a.
Those two are the biggest
so
trollers in the culture.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Fuck
so,
no, they
like,
ain't.
we don't know.
Okay, because people are saying he's like 50's like being OD, and they're like, yo, this is why homie got shot like 9 times. I was like, God, stop. Because it's like, I'm about to pull it up right now. His entire feed is just.
But those two do be trolling, but I could see them both doing it.
I guess they probably hit him up, but Will Smith ain't stupid.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
And side note, entanglement means to involve someone, to be involved in difficulties or complicated circumstances from which it is difficult to escape.
Where are you reading that off of?
Merriam-Webster.
Merriam-Webster, sir.
Yeah.
Someone went up
I
there.
have
Urban Dictionary.
Or compromising relationship.
Yeah.
So it's like a situationship. But she said entanglement. She brought the new word into our lives.
Right. Now everyone's gonna be using that word. We already saw people trying to take advantage of that term.
This is also my take too. Like, you know, the internet is so mad about the situation. The reason why I'm not crazy mad is because if the victim Will is okay with it, why the hell am I gonna be mad?
I don't think Will's okay with it, bro.
He's still in a relationship. He didn't have no divorce.
He can't do nothing. He's in the public eye. God knows what's actually going down.
If it was that bad, you should have divorced her. That's what I look at.
I'm telling you this. The way it looked, they're staying together for the kids and the kids only.
The kids.
They old now.
I was going to say they're
20-something.
older.
But I'm saying, like, when it happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's saying, what, 4 years? Whatever. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, that's why they stayed together. Now it's just like they got to stay together because Shit. Actually, I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they get divorced after this shit.
Nah, they won't. You know, so you know the funny thing is, as of
That's gonna
now,
be sad. They know they're iconic.
They go, but they don't say they're married. They're in a partnership. That's
Yeah.
what they say now.
But it was always those rumors when we were younger. I always remember, like, ever since high school of, like, oh, Will and Jada, they're in, like, an open relationship. But there was never any proof about
there
it,
was
right?
never.
And there was never any proof about it. I don't know where we picked that up from at such a young age where we figured they're in an open relationship. The sad thing is when I heard August Alsina say all that, I didn't think he was lying because I was all like, I'm so sorry for what I'm about to say, but like, he's been through shit. He said it himself. He almost died. He ain't got nothing to lose. Right. He had no reason to lie about any of that, if anyone did think it was a lie. But they had this whole their relationship had this persona of where we all thought it was like a polyamorous relationship.
All I know is if Will was doing the shit that Jada was doing, it would be 50 times worse. And that
Glad you said that, though.
And that was the point that I was getting at when I was like talking on Instagram and shit, because it was like everyone was more like shocked and was like, well, Will must have done something for Jada to do this, blah, blah, blah. But it's always devil's advocate. I can't be like, nah, she's wrong. I mean, now most people are saying that, but like still, if it was a man, oh Lord, it would be
look, you ready to cancel my guy.
Oh, and especially the youth of it too, like.
Oh yeah.
Like
my perspective changed when they clarified that Will didn't give the blessing, like saying in the, because that's why I didn't think it was true, because I was like, if they allowed it, then he would have signed the non-disclosure.
Yep.
Right.
Wait, for what?
For being in a.
Oh, so I don't think
outside relationship outside of their marriage.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like, why would Will give a blessing for that if he's still with Jake? Like,
where are you getting this clarification from, though? Just because she said it?
What do you mean?
You said you are glad they clarified it.
Because Will said he didn't give a blessing. They were just separated.
Yeah.
I mean, we will never know the truth.
Because he already looked dumb now. You know what I'm saying?
But I can't see Will Smith being like, yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
But for real, I think the reason why this wouldn't surprise me, all right, is because of this. Right here. Damn, I'm trash. I had the 3 minute. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Damn, fuck it. I'm not gonna play it. But anyways, it was basically a clip where she was basically saying she defined their marriage as of I should not have to rely on Will to make me happy, and he shouldn't rely on her to make him happy.
Right.
So basically she was saying
I've heard that.
She was basically talking about the marriage as in they are cool with their partner or whatever, doing whatever they need to do to make them happy. So in that case, I think, which is whatever they want, but I wouldn't be surprised if, I'm not saying he did it, but I wouldn't be surprised if after they broke up and Will loves her so much and if she was to be like, well, yeah, I need some space and I'm talking to August, I halfway cheated on you, whatever. I could be talking out of my ass right now. But I wouldn't be surprised if he loved her so much and he would be okay with it. Even though he's hurt, I love you so much. If that's what you think will make you happy, I love you, goodbye type shit. Because as you can see, he was like, I was ready to cut you off, like cancel you.
Boy, do you think it's because he has also cheated or been? Because I'm looking at Jay-Z and Beyonce behind you. I'm like, would Jay-Z allow Beyonce to cheat back?
Right. There's a rumor that she did, but I don't know. Who knows that one?
Yeah.
Imagine being the one that they chose you to cheat with. God damn.
You said what, Taggy?
Imagine being like the one that Beyonce decided to cheat with you, like get back, or like Will decided to cheat back on you.
You know how scary that would be, first of all?
Really
like for the third party, the dude, I'd be sitting here, if it was like Beyonce chose me, I'd be like, yo, Jay-Z knows people on people. If it were to ever find out, I'd be like, Beyonce, you better give me a burner phone, something. Oh my God, I'd be petrified.
I ain't telling nobody, yo.
I'm telling everyone, probably.
You said what?
I'm probably telling everyone.
Nah.
Oh my God, there goes your life, bro.
Hey, that's my life ain't worth the hype, nigga.
Take it to the grave. Fuck, you saw someone right on your deathbed. You're like, look, I'm just letting y'all know I was Beyonce's side piece for a couple weeks.
Okay, so as far as this whole situation, got a question to ask y'all. Did Jada take advantage of August Alsina? Do y'all think so?
Go ahead. We know our standing points. Taiki, Elsa, you go.
The people don't know.
Go
I
ahead.
know, but we have it's half and half right here.
Yeah, I think it.
Go ahead.
Okay. um, I think the fact that he came into the family, well, he wasn't, I don't know if he was looking for help from them, but the fact that they were trying to help him as a family and then she went ahead and got involved, I think that part was, yes, she was taking advantage. I also feel as though she was trying to fill a void that she probably wasn't getting from her husband, which is messed up too. So I think it's two things.
What do you, if you had to guess, Elsa, what do you think that void was or could have been?
Getting racked in the sack or something.
Huh? What's she
Getting
saying?
racked in the sack. Something new, but then she realized that was.
That's what I'm saying.
getting off topic, so.
That's what I'm saying. Though, marriage is bullshit. People get tired of one another. I don't give a fuck what no one says. Like, you get to a point, like, especially now, like, you see that the age for marriage is getting prolonged and pushed back because I think if you stay with one person your whole life, you're going to end up being with that person longer in that part of your life than you ever were single. You know what I'm saying?
You ever lived.
If you ever lived, you know what I'm
If
saying?
everything works out.
Like, just saying, like, the
We're
latest.
single, I mean.
The latest most people get married is like 35, right? You know, just, you know, we'll make that the average number. And like, after that, you just say, if you should live in good health, we'll say you live till 85. You're with them for 50 fucking years. And then you get older, you know what I'm saying? Shit gets
Look at them smiling.
Kids come.
Yeah, I'm like, this is so sweet. I'm like, oh.
I think it's dope, but my whole thing is like, if you pick the wrong one or if she ain't the right one, like, look, like we were looking at Will and Jada as like waiting, Will and Jada love, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
in them, like at 40, it's only 40, you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn.
it's like, God damn, if they
but
can't.
it goes to show that it's not perfect. Like, it's not ever gonna be perfect. And I think we grew up like watching all these like the movie. I mean, for women at least, like the movies and the Disney princesses and everything's perfect, but it's not. And
No, it's not. But are we gonna bypass cheating? Like, can you ever come back from cheating?
No.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's a lot of things you can do, but it's like,
only if you done it first. But that shit still would hurt me, dude.
right?
I mean, I feel like this is a great narrative for men because you know how it's always like it started with like, oh, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, like, oh look, guys are always cheating on girls. I think this is, I mean, at the expense of someone else's relationship, unfortunately, in the limelight, but it's a great narrative for men to be like, hey, look, females also cheat too.
It's confirmed it.
Like,
Yep.
it works in y'all's favor for the point of like shit happens. Like, females cheat, men cheat. It's the same thing.
I'll say this: if you're gonna stay with them, like if you get cheated on and you're gonna make that decision to stay with them, you have to either stay with them and get past it, because you can't stay with them and hold it over their head forever, because then you'll know. You know what I'm saying? You got to make that decision right here in this moment. Like, I mean, I can't do it. I'm never gonna be able to get over it, or I'm gonna let it be in the past, and I'm not gonna talk. We'll have this conversation, serious conversation, one time, and then keep moving. Because if you keep bringing it up, it ain't never gonna work anyway. So.
I mean, it's whatever solution. If they decide to do marriage counseling, well, she's trying to be a counselor herself, but if they decide to go through with marriage counseling or whatever it is. But yeah, no, I agree with you. But it's like a whole, you can forgive, but you won't ever forget. That's going to be, obviously now they're going to have trust issues. And this whole new factor is going to be brought into the relationship. Like,
you think
I don't
now
know.
they're going to have trust issues, though? This happened a few years ago.
I know, but still, he's learning stuff now. He's still learning things now. He's like, fuck, this was 4 years ago. Now I'm learning about it on national television or whatever, on Facebook Live, looking like Boo Boo the Fool. Like, poor guy. He's going to have his own. There's going to be more issues that emerge from this.
One of the cool things that I learned about, unconditional love, or whatever you guys like to say. You know how like at the end of the red table joint, Will was basically like, I told you, ever since day one, you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to go through anything. And if this ain't the worst thing to go through, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still stayed. And the funny thing is, Jada was like, when you said that, I don't know if she said it on a red table or I seen it in another video. She was like, when you said that, I didn't believe you. You know what I'm saying? But I think there's more to it than a woman or a guy saying, I didn't believe you when someone say that. I think it's like, I don't know about if I think that about you, but I'm happy that you think that about me. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
think
how I'm
it's
kind of
because
looking
what
at it.
she went and through childhood, like the fear of abandonment. That's why she
Yeah.
him.
And another thing, I watched in another video, the guy asked, what made you fall in love with Will Smith? And she was basically saying that what I didn't know. I was like, that's crazy. She said, Will caught me at a time where I was really down on myself. I didn't really have that much confidence, which is crazy. But you never know about these celebrities and stuff like that. She was basically saying he found a diamond in the rough, you know, brushed off the dirt and let me shine. You know what I'm saying? He instilled so much power into her. And she also said in like another interview where she was like, in the beginning, Will Smith pushed her to be somewhere that she really truly wasn't. And I think that's why it led to her going into a midlife crisis. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I just sped up a lot, but I think she was living a life that really wasn't her for so long and low-key trying to find herself. And that was the result of it, you know, the August Alsina situation and then all that stuff. And now she's at where she's at. But the cool thing is, their love was tested and they're still, you know, standing.
I don't think they're in love anymore. I don't care what you say.
You don't think?
Nope.
So why do you think she's still with him?
Why do you think he's still with her?
Yeah.
Ah!
That's what I meant to say.
I mean, I don't know. To me, like, and maybe I'm naive or whatever.
It's whatever, yeah.
I'm playing after, but I think at a certain age, women have more to lose than the men does. Like, Will can go out and find a younger woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like have kids again and shit like that. Like, I don't think Jada is like I think it's
I
hard.
don't think she want more kids.
Huh? I'm just saying.
She's done.
Yeah. Well, she was taking care of another kid with fucking August. So, anyway.
All right. So
But Will be taking care of another kid if he was with a younger girl?
No, I'm like I think they're staying together just because that's Hollywood. Like, they got the image and shit. Like, I don't.
Here's my rebuttal.
They ended the joint bad marriage for life. What the fuck?
That was whack as shit.
Like, come on, what?
Fucking.
Come on, bro. Like, y'all don't like.
Yeah, that was so stupid, and that became like now that little clip all over Twitter. I'm like, please don't promote this, especially for like the youth and like, come on, man, don't normalize cheating because now I'm scared it's gonna be like, oh well, now shit.
But that goes to show he don't care what anybody got to say about it.
That's what you.
If he gonna do that corny shit.
Yeah, I mean clearly.
Before they went on the show, at the end we're gonna do the bad marriage for life, like.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, he probably is all like, I don't even give a fuck. Like, this shit has all gone up in flames.
It's covered up with humor, though, because, you know, he's like the comedian, but
his real pain. He's just making jokes. He's poking fun at himself.
Those eyes do not lie. His eyes are all puffy.
Those were all fake laughs and shit. And he even told her he was going to get her back, and she was like, you already did. And he was like, well, not enough, or like, I'm going to get you back again. Like, I was like, God damn, he really hit off of this.
Toxic, dude. Toxic as fuck. I hope they end up trying to have another one again, and it's less of those type of like, oh, I'm in pain, but let me make like a joke about it type of thing. And
you want them to have another one?
Yeah, I would like for them to have another one, but have it be more on a serious level and like.
Got you. It was
more level-headed. I also think because it was in the heat of the moment of everything happening, it was just like, okay, fuck it, like we'll do it now. Like, okay, let's give it some time. You know, let the situation settle down while we both are like level-headed and we can have this conversation. Like, Will obviously just got hurt and he's still fishing for more answers throughout that entire thing. I think that they should have either waited or they should have another one kind of.
They don't owe us shit though.
Toxicity in it.
No,
they don't owe anyone shit. No, they don't owe anyone shit. They can do this in their own house at their own time. Yeah, exactly. They don't owe us anything. But Will, knowing that how iconic he is, whether it be, you know, for our age or even younger, it's like promotion. That's the one thing that irked me is like the promotion of stuff like that just like isn't okay. And I know that's not what they intended to do, but it's just like, yeah, no, come on now.
Well, not to get off topic with the whole thing, but like, why did August even come out and say this shit? Like,
I don't know.
Like, what?
That's a good question.
Later.
Huh?
2 years later.
Yeah.
Like I
He
don't
probably
think he
got
really
bored
cares
during
about his album.
coronavirus.
I don't think he cares about his album sales that much to really just do it solely because of his album. But that's the only thing I could point at. He just came out with an album a week ago.
So he's like, fuck it, I'm a.
That was weird timing.
Wow for that.
I personally think he just did it because it's coronavirus. Ain't nobody got anything else to do. We all just sitting here reading and talking and gossiping and stuff. It was just like, well, there you go.
Call up Angela Yee and tell her I got some stuff to get off my chest.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you that. Okay, I want to ask you this question. If you get married and you make $200,000 as a female, $300,000 as a female, your husband makes $60,000. Are you asking him to sign a prenup?
No.
No. Because I feel like in my mind, unless I'm like some millionaire, a prenup is like premeditated for thinking, okay, I really don't think, I know, it's funny you asked this, Taiki, because I swear to God, I had this conversation in my mind. I'm like, would I ever sign a prenup? And it's all like, I understand it's to protect your assets, 100%. From a financial standpoint, from someone who has those assets, chances are, if I'm making 200, 300,000, that's not even enough. My assets ain't even there. What? My only asset probably might be a car that I paid off.
A house.
But even with that being said, no, I wouldn't, because that's me seeing in the foreseeable future, if this doesn't work out, you know, I don't even want to think about that. I don't want to sign papers that say if it doesn't work out, because then I'm already instilling into our mind. It's just the security of the relationship, in my opinion, has already been thrown out the window. So for me, it's a no. I wouldn't sign a prenup.
Yeah, I don't think there's a need to. I do believe each person in the relationship, in the marriage, should have their own savings or their own little,
Exactly.
rainy day account, because hello, like, you just never know. But prenup wise, like, what's the point? I don't
know. I literally sit and go back and forth on that question all the time. Like, if you come into the marriage with the prenup, it's like, well, if we're never going to split up anyways, it doesn't matter. Just sign it. And then it's like, okay, if you come in with the prenup, it's like, well, you already set us up for failure already. So
exactly.
Whatever side of the sword you want to fall on, because I don't know. I was debating this shit the other day, and I wanted to ask you.
As of now, Taiki, say if you were to get married in a year, would you want to have your girl sign up for a prenup or no?
Yeah, because I'm too young to be married.
True. That's a good cop out. That's how I feel too. But low key, it's kind of fucked up and not, because basically saying you're having a plan B. So if shit hit the fan, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing I say about the prenup, and I don't want to cut you off, Dom, is like, if you love me and it don't work out, why are you trying to take everything from me?
That's how I feel too.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. Men got more to fucking lose. That's why we're more hesitant.
Why are you taking?
That's assuming that the guy makes more money.
Well, what marriages do you know?
I would love to see that stat.
What marriages do you know where the woman's got to pay out the man? Not many.
It's happened.
I would love to see the stat though. Majority of most relationships,
women win all that shit. Women always get the kids. Women always get half.
No, not always. Not always. Not 100%.
Majority.
Yeah, majority of the time.
I've seen a lot of men that have ended up with what you call them over there.
And you got to fight for your. You got to spend money to get your kids. It's like you know what I mean.
Well, since you got all that money anyways, you don't got no problem fighting for your kids.
Apparently not. You got it now.
Men still got more to lose. But I guess y'all didn't want to attack me. I need some ammo.
But
back.
you didn't clarify your question. Careless, okay, so can you give me a scenario like what?
Careless, I should have done my homework on that question because I said it earlier today. It was perfect, but I guess I choked. I'm just basically saying women are, I think this, I'm making a general statement. I think they're more fascinated with the idea of getting married than actually the possible consequences as far as if it doesn't work.
I'm still not
going to a marriage wanting it to work. Like that should be I understand if you're saying like women are, enamored with the idea but don't want to put the work into it or don't know what it consists of and then, the compromising. That's different.
I'll give you a scenario.
I think that's just not 100%.
I'll give you a scenario to make it, because I know I kind of really don't make crazy sense. So yeah, I know. I'm fucking up right now. But so one of my friends was like, I was in a good, long-term relationship or whatever, and I told my girl that, yeah, I'm about to put money down on a house, right? And her response was like, wow, really? You're really about to put money down on a house and you haven't even thought about, or you haven't even bought me a ring yet? Like, what are you doing? And that ended up having them breaking up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all women are like that, not saying that, but I'm just saying as far as that, you're not even thinking about the man's dreams as far as, you know, getting a house. And I think that is the right thing to do, obviously, to get the house first and then worry about getting married. But I think she was so tied up on getting married, it was just like, I need this ring with a little bit of bling bling on it. Then you can worry about your house. I want to make sure my bags, that was bad. I want to make sure my ring is secured before you do anything else. Because at the end of the day, I want you to make me happy with getting this ring. And I'm going to feel, oh, I got a ring, you know, something to flaunt. I think it's like a self-fulfillment type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I got the ring. I think women are really pressed about the age of 30 of getting married. That is like really, that's a big thing. That's almost like a goal.
Yeah, I only got 1 year, so I'm
I think that is a goal.
So are you saying that women, we're too focused on trying to get married, and once we do get married, it's just like we don't care about it, like, oh, we got the ring, like that's it, nothing else matters anymore? Like,
no, I wouldn't call women ignorant like that, but I just think there's a stigma behind, you know, girls looking at the 30-year time clock as far as like, oh, I need to have this by 30.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean,
I need to have that. I think that is not a good way to look at it, but that's just how society is. That's just how I feel.
It also depends on like the environment you're grown up in and stuff. So for me, it's always like, as a woman, it's like, oh, okay, well, you're our only daughter, so, you know, my parents are like, can't wait for you to get married. Like, you're setting up your perfect little life and getting a great job and doing off your own thing. So you are setting yourself up and your marriage for success for when you find that man. And then when you have that, oh, then you can give us grandkids and stuff. So yeah, I don't know, depending on who it is, I've always set myself up for a timeline of like, I want to get married before 30. Like, we also have eggs and a biological clock where if I'm not married, I can't give any grandkids or kids for myself. So there's also that factor for us. I mean, sure. I don't have money to where I can freeze my eggs, and when I'm 40 and I'm like, well, now I want to take care of them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, my parents depends on
it depends, because I have my cousin. He's married now, but they got the house first. They set a date for a marriage, and he had not even proposed. So it was like, but they knew
a lot of people who are doing that now.
Yeah, like, we're gonna get married on this day, and then he decided on the day when he was gonna drop down on one knee, and she was fine with it. So I think it's just having that communication, and I do know what you mean, though, Dom, in terms of like, some people, they want the ring or they want the post to like prove something about a relationship. But it's really about the intimacy that you create with your partner.
Yes.
That's going to make it last. Because if you have a ring on and you miserable at home, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
Like, I need to know that this shit is real, not just fucking for everyone else. Like,
yeah.
I mean, at that point, I see where you're going at. Yeah, there's many girls where it's all like, okay, the intimacy isn't there, but I want the ring so I can have the post. The ring ain't it, so I'm still pissed, so give me another ring. Like, this post ain't gonna work. I'm not gonna get my 50 likes in 10 minutes. Like, come on now, let's upgrade this. No, it's now, Dom, you know this varies from girl to girl. It's exactly what else to say. It's the intimacy you create at your own home and whatever's discussed within you and your own significant other. Look, I mean, obviously, if you're going to be proposing to a girl who's like that, you already know what you're getting into in the beginning anyways. So if it's like, if she's just sitting there and there's really no substance between that relationship, but all she's doing is posting you're just eye candy for her and a thing to post up and make this little iconic relationship online, when in real life, in your house, it's not a home because there's nothing there. So
sure.
All right, so let me ask you this: do you think?
Get your shit off.
Nah, I lost my train of thought because I was overthinking. But I'll come back to it.
Come back to me. Shit. Shout out to the lady in the elevator. Side note that said I had a good voice and I should sing.
Yeah.
So,
you singing in elevators now?
No, I was just talking, and she was like, "You have an amazing voice. You should sing." And I was like, "Man,
no one ever."
On God. So like, to everybody, you know, commenting me, DMing me, saying like, "Yo, you sound good." Like, it's gonna keep.
Shut up.
This motherfucker.
It's not gonna keep going. All right, bet. But So all right, so we good on the Jada joint. I thought Tyke was gonna come in blazing,
I was
bruh.
about to, but I was overthinking in my head, and I kind of like dazed out for a second.
Well,
No,
here,
I'm talking about the whole Jada and Will joint because you was hot.
I was hot, but I was only like frustrated because I know how it would be if it was a man. Like
Yes.
it would be a fucking shit show and a half.
Yeah.
Like it would be like. But now we're kind of over here like tiptoeing on the eggshells. Well, what did Will do? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. Like, we're already making like rebuttals and statements.
Yeah.
Like, about, you know what I mean? If the man did it, they would be like, well, why does it matter what they did? Because he's a piece of shit and men ain't shit and he's Will Smith and he still ain't shit.
Yeah. Because you know the funny thing is, I ain't never thought about it.
I'm
Like,
dying at
put it like
Texas.
this, as far as the Jay-Z joint, right? I ain't never thought about what if Beyonce cheated. You know what I'm saying?
Beyonce not messy like that.
All right. Look,
That is my queen.
this is what someone said. Jada is masterful at weaponizing the language of healing and emotional awareness to present the fake-aid,
Facade.
right? Facade, fake-aid, whatever, of introspection and reflection, all for the purpose of evading accountability.
You know what I just thought about? Sorry, it's about to be off topic of what you're saying, or kind of. Could this possibly, this is stupid, but fuck it. Could this possibly be a rollout for her to write a book? Because if she was to fucking write a book,
man,
I would read that joint.
I ain't reading that bullshit.
I ain't reading that shit either. I'm sorry. I was so off of her. I already thought her Red Table Talks were trash. Like, I remember when it first kicked off, I was all like, oh, shit, like, this is hot. And then, like, the more it kept going, I was like, this isn't, like, the type of healing. I mean, everyone has their own healing. Now, if Red Table Talk has done something for someone else, I'm not discrediting that at all because maybe it's helped someone else find or realize, like, have any self-realization. But for me, it just wasn't it. I don't like the way she goes about healing, in my personal opinion.
It was bullshit.
And yeah, it's just
Bullshit, apparently.
I think it just goes back to that she don't owe us anything. For real.
no, she don't always shit.
That's why it was bullshit. It was like, all right, let me.
Come on to her show. I'm sorry I lied to you. I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
And he was a weirdo, and I was going through some things. He was too.
That's pretty fucked up for her to say too. We all know what August Alsina's been through. For you to say he's a fucking weirdo when he went through all that shit,
That's
dude.
basically how she put it. It's fucked up.
He put up,
And that's the reason she was helping him.
of what he looked like last year. It was
Because I wish I should have fucking done a little bit more research, but from what I heard, like he has been through a lot.
Oh, are you serious? I knew about. We all knew about this like way before this whole thing. That's why I was all like, when everyone was like, "Oh, is he lying?" I was like, he has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Like literally, he's lost everything. By him saying this, he has nothing to lose. I mean, I feel bad, but
Yeah.
on top of him having all that stuff, and he was like, "Oh, he really loved her." I'm like, damn, he lost her too now.
I say, if anything, like his family should really surround him at this point in his life.
For sure.
Like he has the album out.
He
He's putting out
posted
tweets.
something on his Instagram, and call me ignorant. I don't know who is that woman. I'm
Kiki
so sorry.
Palmer?
Is that? I don't know who Kiki Palmer is. That who that was?
You talking? You said a video, or he was tweeting a lot?
No. He posted a photo with a female
Oh.
on July 3rd.
Yeah, but
It's
it
a
probably,
really long.
You know, she said she hasn't talked to him in a while, so let's just say let's take it for
Oh,
what
that's
it is.
Angela Yee. That's the one that did the interview.
Oh,
least a
okay.
year. Hey, Tyke, you know who Angela Yee is?
Yeah, it's a joint from last week we were talking about, right?
That's the host
Yeah, it's the host
All
of
of the breakfast.
So I got a scenario for you guys. All right, so I don't know if you guys seen it, but there was a video going around where a guy's girlfriend was like, "Hey, what would you do in this situation? Would you, if you could kiss the hottest girl you know,
This is already toxic, but
and
okay.
get $700, or you could kiss me and get 100? What would you do?"
Oh my God. Wait, Rainier literally, yes, he brought this conversation to me. He asked me, okay, go ahead. I was like, this sounds so familiar. Okay, go ahead.
So he was like, "What you mean? I'm gonna take the 700 and kiss Elizabeth." Whole time the girlfriend wasn't Elizabeth, and she wasn't the hottest girl that he has seen. So I seen the comments and stuff like that, and they was like, "Man, you could have told her it was her, made her feel good and all that stuff." So this is my question: do women want us to lie to protect their feelings, or tell the truth?
Women ask questions they don't want to know the answers to.
No,
right?
I know that, but it was funny. Rainier presented this question to me, and he was like, "What would you do?" And I think I was just so put off because I didn't understand the context. He just came to me. I was like, "I don't give a fuck," and he was like, "I'll kiss you, and I'll get 700." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Because you're the hottest girl ever." I was like, "Oh, boo!" I was like, "Yes, this is the type of positivity that I'm living for." I was like, "Oh," and then I had to turn around. I was like, "Oh, that's cute." But anyways, I thought I'd share that cute
Rainier
little
is
stuff.
smooth as shit. Shout out to my guy, Rainier.
I mean,
He knows what to say.
just because someone's the hottest in the world and I'm gonna give them a kiss for 700, that don't mean that I want to be with them. I just wanted the 700. 700 is more than 100.
You just got lucky. He was an attractive person that you
So,
kissed.
Taiki, what you say you doing?
I'm getting the 700.
Who you gonna kiss though? You don't gotta tell me who, but are you kissing your girlfriend? You don't got one, but
I
Huh?
mean, if she asked me that, I would probably be like, "Oh, come on, baby. You know I'm gonna kiss you. You know I love you. Blah blah blah." Like I would say some shit like that. But
Hey,
In your mind,
this how I flip it,
I'll be
Taiki.
racking my brain like, who do I think looks better than her?
Hey, I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. I'll be like, I'm gonna kiss, let's just say Beyonce, and I'm gonna get you a Gucci purse. What up? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Then she gonna
Somebody
chill
watch your
after.
purse.
I'm like, yeah, exactly. I don't want your shit.
Why not?
I'd be like, no, you still out there kissing Beyonce. Fuck you.
It's from another girl.
I'd be like, girl, you would kiss Beyonce too. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. I don't know, man. These joints be having me all tripped.
So what's the question? So do y'all want us to lie to you, protect your feelings, or tell the truth? What would you prefer?
I wouldn't. I mean, in that situation, of course, they is me, asshole. Like,
Yeah.
like we're together. But in terms of other things that guys lie
Yeah.
about, if you're gonna lie, you better cover that shit up good because it always
Yeah.
comes out.
I mean, I'm the same way.
The
For me,
realest
it's
answer
like
of the day.
right now, I would be all like, bitch, you better tell me the truth. But like when it comes down the actual situation, it's like I'm gonna bag on you. If I find out you fucking lying about something to cover up my feelings, I'll be like, I ain't even that sensitive. And they'd be like, see, this is why I had to fucking lie, because you're overreacting. It's like, nah, you better lie fucking good. That's it. Just I better never be able to find out you lied about that shit ever again. That's it.
Because if
Simple
you
as that.
find out, it's over
I think
for you.
it's as shitty as it sounds. I would rather hurt you with the truth than lie to, and then you find out later. So
So here, Taiki, if your girl was all like, let's just say she put on like the quarantine 20 and she was wearing like a really tight dress and she was like, baby, I want to go. You guys were getting ready to go out to dinner because the restaurants are open now and this is y'all's first date night. And she ain't looking like a snack. I'll tell you that it ain't it. And she was like, babe, do I look good? So you're telling me you would tell her the truth and be like, babe, that dress just, it ain't it for you. And you know she's already feeling sensitive about her size.
She gonna say Poppy to Taiki.
I'm gonna tell you this. I would literally be like, nah, you look good, but you put on a little bit of weight, but I don't care because I'm gonna tell her. You ask me a question.
Oh, God.
I'm glad you said that. Rhea. I wanted to ask it, but I was like, I'll wait.
But I don't see that's bad because I would say it more like this, like, yeah, I mean, you got a little big, but who didn't? Like, you'll knock it off. Like, you look fine. Like,
Oh, fuck no. Oh, hell no. At that point, I'd be like, look, you're going to dinner with yourself, and I'm going to sit here and eat some kale out of the bag. You go have fun by yourself.
but
It's
I'm
like,
I'm not leaving you because you gained a couple pounds. Like,
No, but I know, but you already know if your girl's kind of feeling a little bit, she's trying to feel good about herself. And she's like, oh, I'm trying to look good for my man, so I'm putting this dress on. And I'm thinking I'm looking like a snack. And it's like, girl, it looked like you had too many snacks. That's what it looked like.
I would just say that. I'm like, hey, yeah, you look great, baby. Just, a little pudgy.
Yeah.
And grab at it.
Okay, so girls, if you wanna be Taiki's wifey, you gotta have thick skin. Just letting y'all know ahead of time.
Yes, you do.
Facts.
I won't be joking all the time.
And I think as a man, you got to establish that in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You can't be just telling her, giving her false narratives, thinking
my wife and my girlfriend has to be my best friend over anyone I've ever met in my life. You have to be my absolute.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And you have to take these bullets when I throw it at you.
Yes, like I mean, good, bad, jokes, like all, like troubles, highs, lows. You have to be like.
And I expect the same in the return.
I mean, this is from me, like me personally, and it's like how I myself would want that situation to go would be like, you let me have that night because that night was special and I'm having a little bit of a hard time. And then subtly the next day, something gets brought up about working out or whatever. For me, I couldn't have a direct throw like that. I think I would be too sensitive, especially during quarantine. I'm like, I know I get some
mad. Be mad.
Yeah, quarantine different. Quarantine different. That's different.
I'd be like, I would need something a little more subtle. But I mean, to each their own. There's girls who could take it, like I said.
What if I was just like, all right, baby, come on, start Monday, we both going to the gym, and then you're gonna be like, wow, what you think? I gained some weight?
Oh no, see, I would never do that. Rainier does that with me all the time.
To the gym.
Nah, Rainier does that to me. He's like, oh, let's go to the gym. He's like, oh, let's go for a run, and I'm like, okay.
Let's take Lola to the dog park. I'm like, yeah, tomorrow.
Nah, I would throw subliminals like eating healthy, like we going to, Smoothie King, or,
No, the whole time, that's actually me the entire time. I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, like I made Rainier do like a diet with me. God, he's a trooper for that. I'm like, look, we got to do this diet. We got to do this. We got to do that. And he's sitting here just taking it like a G. I was like, that's real.
Man, that's how it's got to be, though. Like,
yeah.
We joke around all the time. We're like, yo, we're fluffy now. Like after quarantine, it's like we got fat.
Oh yeah.
We'll joke around about it.
I appreciate when Jesus tells me when he takes pictures of me and he's like, oh yeah, little Chicho.
What is that? What is that?
It's like the little rolls.
Yeah.
I think. Hey,
look, I low-key like that shit. Not Elsa, but like I like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, see, some of that stuff is funny. I'll be in the shower sometimes with Rainier. He'll do that. He'll like pinch it, and I'm like. We just start laughing. I'm like, damn. Right? I'll start pitching his fat too.
I mean, that relationship weight and quarantine as well. That shit is true. Like, you get comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, that relationship weight is so fucking real.
Like, because it's not that you don't work with your partner, but you just start taking it easy because you're not always having to stay in top tip pristine shape to try to look for someone to look for you type shit.
No, for me it's like I'm always trying to make sure like I look right, but the thing is, all we love to do is eat and cook. So it's like, oh, okay, we'll eat trash, and then tomorrow we're like, okay, so we got to go out for like a 3-mile run, and then we got to lift and do, all this stuff for like 30 minutes, and then instead the day comes and we're like, you know what? How about we go to this pizza place I just opened up down the street?
Saying. And relationships, where do you bond the most? Over conversations and food, like.
Oh yeah, I mean that's like the best conversation to have. It's like every human loves to eat for the most part, and it's all like it's everyone's happy place, like that comfort food. It's a good feeling for everybody, and so and then you can bond over whether the food was good or whether it's completely trash. That's the best part is gossiping about the food right after. Hell yeah.
Yes. Dom, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I was letting y'all get y'all shit off and shit. You know what I'm
saying? Dom's like,
Yeah, I was listening. You know what I'm saying? I love what y'all say, but the reason why I asked that was because, well, you asked that also, but I mean, Rhea, I had that question in mind over the past week. So I asked a dude that I had like a little get together at my house, and he was married to his girl, and both of them was pretty fit. So I asked him, I was like, yo, I'm giving you a scenario. If your girl was to gain let's say 20 pounds or whatever, how would you break it down to her? Would you just say, like Taggy said, I would just throw it out there like, hey, let's just go to the gym, or how would you tell her? He said, nah, for real, before we got married, I gave her 3 rules or like 4 rules that it was almost like a contract that we're going to abide by. Obviously, she agreed with it, but he basically said like, yo, if we're going to have a healthy relationship, AKA like healthy physical relationship, AKA like we're going to stay fit throughout this whole thing, because the reason why I married you for who you are right now, as far as how you look and all that stuff. So that was his shit. So that's how he rocked it. So he said,
wrinkly. I ain't gonna look like this 40 years down the road. So what? You gonna find another bitch that look like me?
That's not unconditional love.
Why can't you? Why can't you look like that 40 years from now?
I can look good. I can age like fine wine, and I'll still look fine. But I'm not gonna look like when you met me when I was 20 versus 40.
But you get what he's saying, though. You get what he's saying.
No, I don't.
I hate that.
You're not gonna let yourself go away.
As soon as he started with 3 rules, I was like, "This is toxic. I don't even."
They gonna give me rules over my body? Like what?
No, exactly. I'm like, exactly. It's not unconditional love.
She agreed.
Well, he must got something great going for him.
Blessings her way.
that opened my eyes. I was like, damn, I didn't know people would do that.
I've never.
What about when she gets pregnant?
You see what I'm saying though about marriage and like life and longevity being a fucking job, man? This shit is hard.
We all. I mean, everything.
It's hard out here for a pen.
Hormones and stuff going through changes. Ain't nobody gonna look like what it is. if you are okay with loving me the way I am now, you should be okay with loving me 10 years from now, 3 weeks from now, whatever I'm going through mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever it is. I'm like, don't give me no fucking rules. I mean, there's literally, like, as a female, we have our periods. There's days where I don't want to work out and I'm bloated as fuck, and I probably look like I'm like 3 months pregnant, 3-4 months pregnant, because I'm bloated, and I literally am like, I want ice cream.
Yeah, I would think I was pregnant.
You look
just
fine,
from eating
Elsa.
good.
I seen you.
But it's just from wanting, like, everyone has their off days. I'm like, I'm not gonna look, for 1 week, I'm not gonna look as great as I did last week or whatever. This is BS. But
yeah,
anyways, props to them if that's their relationship.
Yeah, I'm
no
not a
shade on
relationship
them,
expert, but I think as long as you are both on the same page with everything, and there's no like any fake, let's just say fakeness. I know that's not a word. I think as long as you're being your true self and you are speaking facts and you're all on the same level mentally, physically, that's all that matters. But I think that has to be sustained throughout the whole relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because once that shit goes out the window, you're only going to be hurting yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm not cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
But also understanding that you do have lapses in the relationship where you might, need to have some time to go through couples therapy or, figure it out a couple weeks apart, like that sort of thing. Not expected to be that perfect relationship.
It's never going to be perfect, but that's also what keeps a relationship like interesting. Not saying that like arguing issues and stuff, but like after past those little tips and stuff, you feel closer to, your significant other. Like, obviously, during quarantine, we all are stuck. Well, me and Elsa are stuck with our men. I know we've had some stupid arguments, and after, it's just kind of like, oh, let's just, we went through it. It's okay. I feel closer to you now. Like, you realize some things, and it's all good after that. So
I be thinking about that all the time. Like, goddamn, I be feeling bad. It's good and bad in my eyes, like being quarantined with a significant other. Like, sometimes I'm like, damn, like, you here again? And the other time, I'd be like, I'm glad you're here.
Well, I can't imagine if I wasn't, oh my God, Rainier, I would fucking, well, what would I do? I would sit there literally and just eat. I would sit there and eat and play with my dog.
Yeah.
I had nothing else going for me.
I mean, but there are times when I'll just like be in the room and he'll be out here. Like we make sure we have like he'll do his own like playing games or whatever. And I'm just chilling in my room because I need that. Sometimes I've gone out on drives. So like I just need to go out and drive.
Oh yeah.
So
Or
find a balance.
Space. So I feel that.
Yeah. All right. So I got a wrap up question for you guys. All right. So say if you had a crystal ball and it can tell you the truth about yourself, anything about your present life, your past life, or your future, what would you want to know?
What about our past?
What would you want to know?
I don't get it. What about our past?
Look, if you want to know anything. So for my answer, let's go. My answer would be, I would want to know about my future, as in I would love to know what my purpose is on this earth. That would be short and simple. You get what I'm saying? Or it could be my past. Let's see.
The truth of something from the past.
Why I got cut from my baseball team in the 8th grade. Why I didn't make the JV team. It could be something like that. Yeah,
oh, that's actually sad.
Because you wasn't good enough.
No, I was nice. Stop playing.
That wasn't a good enough answer for Dom back then. So now he's going back to the crystal ball trying to figure something out.
I was nice. Stop playing with me. But no, I'm just saying. I'm giving you an example. If y'all don't fuck with the question, fuck it.
No, I've never wanted to really know what my future holds because someone I heard from someone like on like a talk show or something or in a movie, or I can't remember when, it was like, if you change one small thing that happened in your life, like if you didn't go out to your car and go to that place one day, this wouldn't happen. Like if you move even one particular thing, I think your whole life purpose shifts, like based on like what it is. So I feel like every day it's ever evolving. Like your purpose or your goals and all that is always changing based on your interactions. Like if you were to tweak or change one thing in the past, like it would change who you would become or who you are now. Yeah, like, I've never had any interest in learning what like my future would be, but I've always been. I'd like to think I've always been good about learning what I've done right and wrong in the past and applying it.
Yeah.
So going on that in the future. So
Yeah.
that's my.
Yeah, I don't regret anything or anything like that, but.
I'm the same way. I don't have, as curious as I am to know what my future would be like, I'm
Yeah.
okay with figuring out as I'm living life. I'm okay with doing that. So for me, it would be my past. It would really, I don't know what it would be in my past. If there's nothing, I don't regret anything. I don't question anything because I know it got me to where I am now. Thank God. Blessings with that. But I don't know, maybe it would be why same bullshit question like, Dom's maybe and why didn't I get into this college, or why didn't I apply more to go into this grad school or something like that. It's like what was holding me back, maybe what lingering emotional issues I had and whatnot. So but yeah, for me I would look into my past, keep my future a secret. It's what keeps me going.
Yep, exactly.
True.
Imagine getting to the day you're supposed to find out what your big day and it don't come and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, yeah, see that's too much.
I would say
shitted on my answer. I want to take it back. But keep
going off of what Ria said, I would say therapy has helped me figure out my past a lot. Like there were things that I did and like different patterns I was going through, and I didn't know why. But through therapy, like I realized that it stemmed from this thing or that thing, or that thing. So I'm putting my plug in for therapy for everybody out there. Since
I was about to ask.
This episode was very like,
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
one question. As far as how much does therapy cost? That's all I want to know.
I have insurance. I have medical insurance, so it covers most of it. So
yeah,
insurance
it covers a certain amount of sessions. Yep.
Yeah. I have like a $40 copay every time.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. Sure.
It's great. Even if you're not going through shit, it's still healthy to have some kind of third-party outlet to kind of
no biases.
Yeah, exactly. I love having like that neutral person that knows nothing about you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll be wondering what therapists be thinking. Like, damn, this motherfucker's crazy.
Oh, same. When I used to go,
therapists go to therapy.
Do they?
I didn't know this. My therapist told me this a few weeks ago. She's like, yeah, I go to therapy too. In order to be able to help you, I gotta help myself. I'm like, oh, look at that. I didn't know.
That's actually interesting. I did not know that.
Do y'all think?
As well.
Do y'all think everyone needs therapy?
Yes.
Some sort of therapy?
Yes.
Some kind of outlet or whatever to talk to. Everyone has underlying issues.
Yeah, but everyone has it in different ways. Some people use it going to the gym. Some people get their runner's high. Some people go to therapy. Some people do, you know what I mean?
Everyone has their own therapy. There you go. Yeah, you're right. Making music, listening to music, dancing, whatever it may be. Everyone needs an outlet.
What I've learned about, just growing up and becoming an adult that I didn't expect myself to like fall in love with is like I was telling my friends the other day, I was like low-key having conversations, about life and how you feel about this and how do you feel about that. That low-key gets me off more than anything in life. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about like literally last night why we pushed back, this podcast, an hour later. I literally talked to, shout out to Vic for literally, and Ramsey or whatever. We talked for like 6 hours about, man, you're going to say everything, but just what is going on with our lives. And, you know what I'm saying? Just running by ideas. Like, what do you think about this? What you think I should do about this? And all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That is very therapeutic to me. Like I talk to Taiki whenever, we're hanging out, we talk about a lot of stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I think those friendships are the greatest friendships. Like that you can really let yourself go and be open and talk about anything without any judgment or any like small comments, and you can just fully be yourself. Because I think as I get older, the best freedom or the most happy you can be is the more you can be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like that is one thing that I've definitely learned, and I never really thought about, mental health as I was younger. Because when you're younger, you're so caught up in the whole like the fast life. You're when am I getting drunk next? When am I going to mess with this girl? You know what I'm saying? You're not even really thinking about what's going on in your brain. But as I am, living by myself, I'm learning a lot about myself and what I do like and what I don't like. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm just shedding a light on, people instead of just talking about, females and like, I still talk about females. I'm not going to act like I don't. Like, y'all know me. But I'm not going to act like I'm better than that. But like, there's more to it than life, than even your career and your girl. I mean, and girls and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot that people, I think, skip over and get complacent and don't really think about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think that is a very cool thing about life, that I am enjoying this process. You got to love the process.
Yeah, and I think everyone has that like that oh shit realization moment. Like,
Yeah.
oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you get hit and you're like, damn, okay, this is what it is. Like, you know, going through it now. So I don't know if y'all feel like this. Like I'm 26 years old, like, and like age-wise and the way I'm doing shit, like, you know, financially and like, you know, the way I'm living on my own and shit like that, I'm an adult. But like, do y'all feel like adults? Because like every day I'm like, man, I feel like I'm 20 years old. Like, but like I got to go to work on Monday. You know what I'm saying? I got to go to like our whole life, everything was broken up in like 4 and 5 year segments, like kindergarten, 5th grade, 6 to 8, high school, college.
Now it's just a big.
And then now it's the big thing like that. You don't have like an end date for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You never know when you're going to get a new job or a new promotion.
Yeah.
You never know when, like, so it's just a very long outstretched thing. So I think going off what Don was saying is like, it's a very interesting, like, to understand the timeline and all that other shit.
I tell you what, I feel like an adult every time I gotta pay a bill.
Me too.
Oh God.
I'll be like, yeah,
dang.
yes, sir. Or rent, be. I'm like, oh, just pay this bitch.
My money, take my money.
Yeah, that shit, Debo.
I have this conversation too all the time. Like, it's just a statement, really, with my buddies. Like, you live in a house, so you can go to work. You pay for a car, so you can go to work, and all this thing revolves around the work. And the work that the money you get is to pay for the car and the house, so you can continue to go to work. Like, it'd be geeking me out, like looking at the cycle, like bullshit. And, like, sometimes I'm just like, man, if I could just hit the motherfucking lottery one time, bro, I would be.
Just call it a day.
Like,
bullshit.
but I don't know. It'd be funny. But that's my 2 cents.
2 cents turning into $1. Listen, it's like nah. So is that it? Y'all got anything?
That's it.
Sure. All right. So
My
you said what?
I'm signing out of this thing. I've been snoozing off this whole podcast, really, like in and out. Not
Oh yeah, I was napping like I said beforehand, man. I'm tired as a bitch. Got work tomorrow.
I'm saying.
Yeah, y'all do got work tomorrow and shit. Hey, stay on after this. All right, so it's a wrap in the trap. So thank you for watching. Talk to me.